Hey guys, Julie Saillant, how are you? Whoops. Welcome to the fam. This is for life path number one. Number one, you guys are up. I am an intuitive healer for your life and business. I am a channeler. I'm a seer. I am an animal communicator. I'm a shapeshifter. I'm a medicine woman. I do a lot of different things. My superpower is being able to see energy in you that does not serve you any longer, take that out and bring in energy from God and from spirit and from the universe, whatever you want to call it. And I am able to give you messages from your ancestors and also from animals that are here or that have passed on. I roll with a great team of archangels as well as my animal team. And my gift and what I love to do is to help you understand your gifts. That's what I'm all about, because I didn't use my gifts for so long. I suffered in the 9-to-5 and I hated it. And now I use my gifts. And if I can help you from suffering because you're out of alignment, you're not in touch with your soul purpose, and you don't know what your gifts are or what you're here to do, then that's what I love to do. So I don't work with astrology as far as zodiac signs. I work with life path numbers. If you're new to me, if this is your first video, we take life path numbers by your birthday. So it's the month, the day, and the year that you were born, and you add up those three numbers and come down to the lowest number. So for instance, for me, I'm October, so that's the 10th month. So you add up 1 + 0 is 1. And my birthday is 25, so you did 2 + 5 is 7. And then if you did 1983, 1 + 9 + 8 + 3, whatever that number is, I think it's 21. And then you add up those three numbers and then bring that number down to the lowest number, okay? I will tell you that each life path number is completely different. They all have their attributes and they all have their shadow side. I will read off to you as just to get you refamiliarized with what you do and kind of the good stuff and the stuff you need to work on. And then what I will do is channel a message for you. I do not read tarot cards, but what I do is, because I'm a communicator, the animals have given me, you guys got 7 cards tonight for animals. I usually only get 3 or 4. They won 7 tonight. So you guys are lucky. I will read the animal numbers. I'll read the animals and then what they're offering, as well as I'm a big moon person, and Egyptian astrology and stars are big with me, and I have a deck that focuses on that. So I've got a few of those. So my jam is to help you. Okay. And again, just very quick housekeeping. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm growing my channel. I thank you all for being here. I love getting your comments. I respond to every single comment. And if you'd like a session with me, the link's below. If you'd like an animal session, the link's below. Also, I do have a 4-week, month-long course that's running right now, and this is super cool. My clients have been getting a lot of good stuff from it. And we basically take 4 weeks and we look at what your gifts are, how to use your gifts, and then how to bring you into alignment and take out any negativity or any mindset changes that you need to make, any stuck energy, and then also figure out what your soul purpose is. So it's pretty cool. There's always homework for you, but we work on this together, and it's super, super productive, because for years, I did not know what I was here on earth to do. I did not know what my gifts were. I did not understand how to use them, because knowing them and using them are 2 different things. There's no manuals on this stuff. I really think there should be. Maybe I should write manuals. But anyways, that's what we're here to do. So without further ado, I've already called in all of my archangels in my team. And the first thing that I do is I say God. You can say spirit, you can say Lord Shiva, you can say Allah, you can say your higher self, whatever works for you. No judgment here. I've been getting downloads for quite a while, and I was told that I needed to share these with the world and that it would be very important for you. So I always start off with a download from God himself. And this is what he said for you. He said, I created you all to be different with different capabilities, so that when you all used your gifts, they would help support each other. You are all connected, just as the stars of the night are all different. All together, they make up the night sky. Some are planets, some are constellations, some are individual stars, yet they work in concert together beautifully. That is why you were created, along with your gifts and talents. You overlay each other in your beauty, yet even though you can stand alone, when together you are magnificent. And so in troubling times, do not be discompassionate, yet be extra compassionate to each other and yourselves. Everything you do and say matters greatly. What you say to yourself and others matters greatly. Use care and be thoughtful before you speak. Yet the most important component to a happy, well-lived life are still the old virtues: love, honor, integrity, courage, honesty, steadfastness, and especially in marriages. Trust is paramount in all relationships with each other and the beasts. If you guys have horses, if you guys have animals, be nice to your animals, please, or I'm coming for you. For reals. Do not take each other for granted. This time was given to you as a window into your soul. This time and place right now is helping you all to take a long look at how you've been living, what you've been saying, and giving you the opportunity to make positive changes for the better. Mic drop, right? This says so much to me on so many levels, and I hope it does to you too. In the fact that the pandemic that we're going through right now, and I don't know when you're going to see this because everything that I do is timeless. It doesn't matter the date. God's words are timeless. Spirit's words are timeless. But he created us all to be different with different capabilities so that when you all use your gifts, they would help support each other. You do not exist in a silo. That is an illusion. Okay? You are all connected, just as the stars of the night are different. All together, they make up the night sky. Some are planets, some are constellations, some are individual stars, yet they all work in concert together beautifully. And then magnificence is everywhere, right? And I've been saying this to almost on every video for every different life path number. The new paradigm here is it's a win-win-win for everybody, meaning I shine my light and help you shine your light. You shine your light and help someone else shine their light. And we all shine our light, and then the earth wins, and we win, and everyone around us wins, and the animals win. It's not the old days of I win, you lose. No, we all can win. That's the way it's going to be. So without further ado, for a life path number, I just want to go over a couple things with you. So for life path number, okay, you want to be in charge. That's right. Independent, leadership and authority. You're an innovator. You have confidence and calmness. You have exceptional physical skills and agility. You are very determined and courageous. Cooperating with others is challenging for you because you always like to be the leader. For women, most women find themselves caught between wanting to nurture a family or compete in the business world, right? So it's important to be selective with who you're with and that they're going to mesh into your world, that you're going to be a very focused, career-driven person because that's who you are, right? For your shadow side, you will want to work for yourself. That's not a bad thing, but you can be self-centered and egotistical, right? And because you feel a strong desire to be number one, you can be arrogant and boastful, which people don't really like. They're not really down with that. And if you get lazy, you gain weight, you are, or headaches or eye problems. So basically you're a very driven person, which is fine, right? You work all the time. I work too. It's like going towards 11 o'clock at night and I'm still working, right? It's fine. But you have to, what they're saying to me is balance, right? Balance is important for you. Harmony is important for you. Let's all take a deep breath in. I want you to focus on your heart. Take a deep breath in, focus on expanding your heart and having good intention. I'm going to channel in right now from God, from spirit, from your ancestors. I'll invite them in as well. Hopefully this resonates for you. If it doesn't, hopefully the next video will, but it is a collective reading. So I don't know if it will or not, but hopefully you'll get something good out of it. Okay. Take a deep breath in and focus on your heart. Let it out. Take another deep breath in, focus on your heart, and let it out. And I would ask all the ancestors for life path number 1 right now to please come forward with any messages that you have for them that I can deliver to help them. Okay, they're showing me literally someone who has 2 hands but needs 8. Okay, so they're showing me you juggling. You're trying to juggle everything. You're trying to juggle a family life. You're trying to juggle a professional life. You're trying to juggle yourself physically by getting yourself in shape. You're trying to juggle your energetic spiritual life. And you're leaving no time for yourself to reboot, no time really with your family, because you are always there when you're here. So basically, what I was seeing was you need to start being here now. You have a busy mind and you're very driven. That's awesome. But what's happening is that you're 5 steps ahead at all times, and that's not serving you, because you can't do 5 things when the future's not here yet, right? They're saying that if you would slow down, it's almost counterintuitive, but you need to slow down to speed up. That's what you need to do. Slow down to speed up. I'll write this down. Why? Because then you'll be here now. If you're with me right now and you're listening to me and you're focused on me and you're not thinking about what you need to do tomorrow at work, or what other videos you should be watching, or that you only have an hour and then you got to go do something important and you don't know if you're ready for it, so maybe you should cut out of here. You are not focused. Focus is the key to you winning or losing dramatically. And harmony also plays a great role in your success. Your ancestors are showing me, hold on a second. Your ancestors, some of you have Native American in you. They're showing me that you were taken advantage of. Either your ancestors or you have been taken advantage of, or your parents have been taken advantage of. Somebody you know or yourself have been taken advantage of in a bad way. Some people thought that you were stupid and they tried to pull a fast one over you, and they succeeded, actually. It's almost like they're showing me the land thing with the Native Americans. And it's like, even though the Native Americans were there first and they had lives and they owned the land, they had the land. And then the other people came in and were like, this is our land. Get off. And they're like, no. And then they're like, well, we'll sell it to you for X. There's a lot of that going on. There's a lot of behind the scenes type of stuff going on around you that you need to be focused on, and you're not picking up on it. You're not picking up on any of the signals because you're far ahead thinking of other things. Specifically, this is very specific, but somebody has a deal coming up that you've been working on diligently for a while and everything's about ready to be signed. Check the fine print. There's something, and I never say stuff like this. This is coming from spirit, coming from your ancestors. This is why I'm holding a pen. I never do this. I don't hold pens when I talk, like, ever. And I'm holding a pen. It's crazy the way this stuff works subconsciously. I'm holding a pen because you're going to sign something very soon. It can be for a hairdressing place, like you're signing for rent, for like it has a tenant. It can be the keys to an apartment. It can be the keys to a new house. It can be a loan to start your own business. It can even be, they're showing me a boat. It can even be fun, like you're buying a boat. I know it's specific, but they're showing me this pen, and what they're saying is, do not sign until you read all of the fine print. Read it over at least 3 more times. Something's not right, or something's missing, or something is in there that is not to your benefit. Do not just sign. I never hold a pen. Wow. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for all that. Somebody else here is focused on a really big move, and you've been wanting this for a really long time. And the move's going to happen, but you need to pull back and make sure that where you're going is the right place for you. And I don't care if you have a full ride. Like, I don't care if a company hired you and they're paying for you to relocate, because what I'm seeing is there's something that you don't know that's not going to work in your favor. If you find out about it, you can probably correct it ahead of time. But once the wheels are in motion, you're going to lose all your leverage. A lot of you are not connecting into your spirit guides at all, and they're not happy about it. As I've said many times, I don't know, I hope I said it on one of your videos previously, you all have your spirit guides. You have God, spirit, your higher self, Lord Shiva, whatever you believe in. You have your animal guides, your team, you have your archangels, you have your ancestors. They're all right here, but you need to ask them to come in and help you. It's so simple. All you do is say, you know, Archangel Michael, please be with me now. Ancestors, please be with me now. Any of my spirit guides, please be with me now. Thank you so much for being here. That's it. It's simple. Don't make it hard. This is your connection to power, to your knowledge about your gifts, to knowledge about your next steps in life, and also for those around you. Some of you are prophets and don't even know it, or you're prophets and you keep it to yourself. Don't keep this stuff to yourself. That's why you're a prophet. It's like when I've got 4 books of downloads over the last 2 years from Spirit and the archangels and my animal guides. And why would I keep that to myself? To sit in a book? That's not what it's for. It's to help others. It's wisdom for others, right? You're fighting yourself all the time. I used to do this too. I still do it sometimes. Stop fighting yourself. Spirit is saying, stop fighting yourself. Put your swords down and just flow. Flow like water. Don't be the rock in the water. Be the water. How does the water get over the rock? It goes over, it goes under, it goes around. It can change form into ice. You know, it can be still, it can flow, it can make waves, shapeshift. Basically, start seeing the bigger picture. Some of you are so focused, you're like this, and you're not seeing all the stuff over here. And the stuff over here is really important. This over here will make or break you. If you connect in more frequently to your guides, they will show you what's over here. And not only do they want to show you things, they want to give you their wisdom, and they also want to protect you and support you. Slow down to speed up. Some of you are so afraid that you've got a scarcity consciousness. I was just saying this to the last group. There's not enough time. There's not enough money. I can't do this. I feel so many times before, there's just not enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not pretty enough. I don't have enough connections. I have an idea, but I don't even know what to do with it. I failed so many times before. How could I possibly win now? That's the illusion. That's the illusion that Satan wants to keep you in. When you shine your light, we all win. I can't do this by myself. You guys have to help me out here. The collective needs your light, and you're all here for a specific soul purpose. What else would your ancestors like to say? Or would Spirit like to say to you? You have help. Use it. But to do that, it's a 2-step process. You need to slow down, and you need to connect in, and then you need to be cognizant enough to listen to it and then use it and put it into action. You know, there are many of you out there that Spirit has been telling you for a very long time to do something. You know who you are. A very long time. Like I say, it took me 2 years of spirit nagging me to get me to do this, because what's happened is, for you to be successful, you will be required to do something that you don't want to do, because every level of you that's successful requires a different you. Leonardo DiCaprio said that part. So you're sitting there saying, I want success, but you're not changing and you're not accepting, and you're rigid. And spirit's like, what can I do with that? Yes, I understand you feel ill-equipped, but I didn't choose you for your money. I chose you for your heart. I chose you for what's inside of you. I chose you because you are that person who cares so much about others. You're independent, you have leadership, you're an authority figure, you're an innovator, you have confidence, you have calmness, you're exceptionally physically skilled and agility, you're determined, you're courageous, you're focused, you're career driven. And you want to make a mark in the world, but you will not make any mark at all or any legacy if you do not start tapping into all that you are. It's up to you. I mean, spirit's here for you. Your ancestors are here for you. And if you need help talking to your ancestors or figuring out your gifts, come to me, ask me, take a month with me. I'll help you. This is what I do. It's my superpower. I've been able to do this for so long. And people always say, I don't know how you do it. And I really don't know either, except that I'm guided by spirit. God just shows me things, right? Because the thing is, you guys can't see your own crap. Nobody can. I can't. Some of you want to do what I do. Some of you want to be able to channel, and you can. Let me tell you a little story, a funny story, a quick story. This is not about me, it's about you, but this is helpful for you, I think. Again, a pen. This is important. This is why I'm telling you the story. Before I moved here, one of my human guides, a Reiki teacher, we were sitting down talking, and she was talking about channeling and handing the pen to the person from Soundgarden who passed away. I forgot his name. The lead singer. I think it was Soundgarden. And he had been talking to her and writing his story to her. And I was like, oh, that's really interesting. How does that work? And she goes, well, I just give him the pen. And I go, what do you mean you give him the pen? Like, huh? She goes, yeah, what I do is I take out a piece of paper and I give him the pen and he writes. And I'm like, what? She's like, yep. She's like, you can do that too. I go, what? She's like, yeah, you can. I'm like, how? I was like, in my head, I'm like, that's a bunch of shit. That's bullshit. Really? No. She's like, it's very easy. Like I said, you can put the pen down on the piece of paper, you take it up in your hand and ask spirit or ask your archangels or ask somebody to start writing. And I kind of was like, well, there are a lot of things that I've tried that I didn't think I'd be able to do, but now I can do. She's like, give it a shot. And I'm like, okay. That night I went home, I took out a pen and a piece of paper, and I work a lot with my grandmother who's passed on. And she was a shaman and she always knew things. She was very powerful, very strong. And we were like twins. Like we'd stay up late at night and talk, smoke cigarettes together back in the day. And I said, okay, I'm here. Nana, if you want to come forward, here's the pen. I give you the pen. And you know what happened? She came and started writing. I know. I shit you not. And I was like, what? And when I read it back, my eyes were closed and I was writing. She was writing. And when I read it back, it was definitely her because they were words I never used. The way she spoke was not the way I speak. The moral of the story is now I do this all the time for myself and for my clients. But right, as a matter of fact, after your video is done, I'm going to go outside underneath the moon and the stars and I will write and I will channel. This is how I meditate. This is how I help my clients. I meditate for them and get information for them. And I say, what does so-and-so need? What are they not seeing right now? And then an archangel comes, or one of my guides comes, or our spirit comes and goes, let me tell you. And I literally write pages and pages and pages that it's turned to 4 books now. I'm like, I got to figure out how to, how to give this to you guys. But my point is, what I thought was impossible then turned into something like, maybe I can do it. Then turned into, I did it, but it's kind of wobbly. It didn't probably look good, but who cares? Now, clockwork, not a big deal. Child's play, toddler can do it. So that's the progression. And that's what you have within you. Whatever you think right now is too hard for you is only because you have not given it a chance and applied it enough to make it so that it is easy for you. It's just like lifting a weight. You go in the gym, and the first day you lift a weight and you're really weak and your form sucks and you get mad because you're like, damn, I'm so weak. Damn, shit. But then, the next day you go again, and within 2.5 weeks, you're gaining strength. And what you couldn't do before, or you struggle to do, now becomes child's play. I'm preaching tonight. Somebody's got to get this. Your gifts are on tap for you. Your gifts are actually waiting in a line, and you're going to be using them one at a time. And they're going to come online for you. And your gifts are there because only you can wield them. Nobody else can. And nobody else can do it the way you're going to do it. So even though I'm a seer and I'm a channeler, you can do the same thing, but the way that you'll do it or the information you'll get will be completely different. That's why there's no competition. There's no competition and there's no perfection. Perfection doesn't exist. It's like beauty. It's subjective. Let me see what the 7 animal cards, you guys. 7. 7's a powerful number. First one I got was Coyote Spirit. Trust in divine detours. So this is saying to me that many of you, what I just said, thank you for the confirmation. See, this is what happens. These cards, they fall on the floor. I pick them up. I don't really look at them, but whatever I channel is perfect for these cards. Trust in divine detours. A lot of you are not trusting yourself because you failed so many times, or because you feel incomplete, incompetent, unworthy. And a lot of this could be subconscious, right? Unsure of yourselves. You don't want to try again just to let yourself and everybody else down. It's so embarrassing. You'll lose money like before. Why is this different? This is what I'm hearing. This is what's going through your mind. Trust in spirit, trust in the divine. You live in an abundant world. You need to start seeing it that way. Change your perspective, flip it. Divine has everything for you that you could ever need. And there are no failures, only lessons. And even though you've gone through some things that have been tough, hurt you, wounded you, you have learned a lesson and you have been made stronger for it. Trust in the divine. If you can't trust yourself because you think that you're too weak, you're unworthy, you just can't do it, trust in the divine, knowing that the divine is telling me to tell you, I chose you for your heart. I didn't choose you for your looks. I didn't choose you for your house. I didn't choose you for how much you have in your bank account. Do you think that God goes around and goes, I have this really awesome mission, but you only have like $100 in your bank account. I don't think you're a good fit. Maybe I should go with the one that has 1,000. Better yet, maybe I should go with the one that has like 1,000,000. Yeah, because that person's probably smarter, faster, stronger. Can you imagine if God did that? No, doesn't care about any of that. It's what's in your heart and your soul and your mind and your gifts. You have something no one else has. And you are a divine being. You are a divine spark of God living here in a 3D conscious world in this body. But when you connect to the spark, it's a spark that lights up. And then your gifts are there. Trust in that. Lean on it. You then got Parrot Spirit. Oh, can't make this up. Watch your words. The way that some of you talk to yourselves, you would never say to anybody else. Give yourself some grace. Start loving yourself. I'm saying this to every single life path number. When you love yourself, you will vibrate higher and good things will start coming to you. When you're angry, when you compare yourself to others, when you're envious, you have frustration and anger and betrayal and all the negative stuff. That's what you radiate out into the world, and everybody feels it, and so does the universe, and says, oh, you want more betrayal? I'll give you more. Versus, I love myself, not as an ego, but you can say, I like myself. Choose one thing, maybe I like my smile, whatever. One thing a day. You go from not liking or hating yourself to liking yourself or liking your abilities. Maybe I am a pretty good writer. Maybe I do draw pretty well. And then you love yourself. And then when you're loving yourself, you're in the flow of gratitude and love and abundance and happiness and joy. You're putting that into the world. The universe hears that and says, oh, you're so grateful. You have so much joy. Let me give you some more of that. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Need more good stuff. The antelope came out to play today. I swear to God, I shuffle these things. Dude, I shuffle them. They just want to keep coming. So I got to honor it. Life is speeding up. We live in a world that's extremely fast paced with technology. However, there's no substitute for your gifts. No substitute for you and your personality, your wittiness, your sarcasmness, your experiences, all of what makes you you. But life is speeding up. Don't be a slowpoke. You need to get on the train and you need to do it now. The world is changing and the collective needs your spark and your shine. Remember, it's a win, a win, and a win. I help you ignite your spark. You shine, I shine, you shine, you help someone else shine. We all shine, and the universe and Mother Earth gets the help she desperately needs, the support. Crow Spirit came up. Again, co-create with Spirit. I can't make this up. I love ravens, love them. A lot of people think they're the bringer of death. A lot of people used to think that they bring the souls to, heaven and back. But really, they are one of the smartest birds. They actually can understand facial recognition, but they're very tight with spirit. And remember, they fly high, so you can see a different perspective with them. Again, this tells me if you feel as though you don't have what it takes, lean on spirit or your ancestors or your animals to help you. The animals are not here for me to hold up a card and go, this is what it means. The animals are here going, use me. Let me help you. What is a coyote? Trust in divine detours, but also coyotes are very cunning. They're funny. They take care of their family. They execute, or else they would die. But they always think on their feet, right? Parrots are beautiful. You can't miss a parrot. When you see a parrot, you always stop. And it's not something you see often. Did you know parrots mate for life? Watch your words. Would you ever see a parrot saying, I'm ugly? My wings are just not like everyone else's. My feet are messed up. No, that's how stupid humans are. Love yourself. Antelope Spirit showing this antelope that's running. I could say that's running away from something, but I almost can say also that it's running towards success, towards love, towards fulfillment, towards happiness. And crow, obviously, and the crow, right? If you can't see me, you're listening on audio, the heart is highlighted. What else? Badger Spirit. Wow, be fearless and bold. The badger's super duper cute, and it's actually surrounded by flowers and has flowers on its head. Be courageous and bold. This is not the time to be small, to think small and do small. This is the time to really go out. And you know what? Why not? You know what? You're only going to live once. There is no do-over here. You live one time. Make it count. You got to get on my train. My train is you're either with me or get out of my way. Okay? You can either help me or get out of my way. I'm coming through. Nothing's stopping me. And this one, I'm thrilled that you got Eagle Spirit. And the eagle has a crown on its head. Spirit has your back. What was the first card I pulled out? Coyote Spirit, trust in divine detours, right? Parrot, watch your words, how you speak to yourself. Co-create with Spirit, with Crow Spirit. Be fearless and bold. Eagle Spirit. Spirit has your back. You guys have to believe that you're protected and loved, because you are. You really are. You are not alone. That is the illusion that the dark ones want you to think is true. You're alone. You're isolated. No one cares. You're not seen. You're not heard. That's bullshit. You are completely supported. You're a divine spark of God. You're completely connected in. Last but not least, you got Hawk Spirit too. Now, hawks are my totem, so I can go on all day about my hawks, but I won't. Again, this one says, let Spirit be your guide. This is the third one on Spirit. So I'm thinking for you guys, you got 3 cards. Actually, wow. You got actually 4 cards with birds. You got Parrot Spirit, Crow Spirit, Eagle Spirit, Hawk Spirit. And these all talk, most of them, about spirit. With all these birds, especially the 2 birds of prey, the eagle and the hawk, that shows to me shape-shifting abilities that some of you may have, which means that you can go into the animal and see from the animal's vantage points, which is a huge advantage. Huge. I can do this. I can probably teach you how to do it, but you have to get to a certain level with your gifts. But the beauty is you can see what other people can't. Obviously, it's like if I'm up here and you're here, who's got the better vantage point? Of course you do. So simple, right? But think about it. All these birds take what they need, not more than. I mean, some are fierce, some are beautiful, and one goes to the different realms, but they all can fly, so they all can see what others can't. Use that to your advantage. From the galactic side of the world, the message of the universe, you got Nebula, and it says things are happening for reasons. Oh shit, I can't make this up. Things are happening for reasons larger than yourself. Trust the divine. Oh my gosh, you guys, I can't. My mind's blown. I shouldn't be surprised, but I am. I always am. Thank you for the confirmation, Lord. Things are happening for reasons larger than yourself. Trust the divine. Sometimes things happen and your whole world falls apart and you freak out. And then you realize it was the best thing that could have ever happened to you. Like ever. When I lost my job and my last job and everything was great on paper, but I was so unhappy, it was the best thing ever, because now I get to help people like you. And I actually looked at myself and said, stop selling yourself short. Stop people pleasing. Stop doing what everybody else wants you to do. Your job on this earth is to be happy. And by doing that and using your gifts will make you happy. Stop trying to be something you're not. Let your mask go and let people see you. Everything that's flawed about you and everything that's good about you. For your moon healing, you got the sturgeon moon. And it shows a beautiful big orange moon, and then it shows looks like a man, he's fishing off a dock, but the moon, the orange of the moon, is showing the lake as like orange as well. Reflect on your past, because what they're saying to me is that your past is not nearly as bad as you think it is. I think a lot of you are looking at your past as insurmountable blocks that have stopped you from moving forward, but really they were just the lessons that you needed, and really you needed to go through these lessons to have success. You wouldn't have been ready sooner then. Again, Spirit's saying they're lessons, not failures. When I say lesson, what do you think of? Oh, okay, it's a lesson. I learned something. Yeah, it could have been painful, but I learned something. When I say failure, how does that feel to you? A failure to me is like you can't come back from that. That's not the way Spirit works. For your fixed stars, you got Coxa, Anointed One. It's a beautiful picture of a lion, beautiful, beautiful picture. And it says prophecy, charismatic leaders, sorrow and love, shameless and mean. These are the two opposites that you're working with. And this to me is showing that everyone has two sides, but which side will you choose, right? It's that old adage of the wolves, right? The boy had two wolves in him, which one was, a good wolf and one was a dark wolf. So one was of the light and one was of the darkness. Which wolf will win? Well, the one that you feed, right? You're a charismatic leader, which is perfect because I said right in there, you're independent, you're a leader, you're an authority figure, you're an innovator. This same card, charismatic leader. But you can be mean. And what did I say? You can come off as egotistical, as boastful, as demanding, as like, I'm the shit, get out of my way, you suck. Nobody likes that. Shameless, which can lead to sorrow and love, and also self-love, not just love with partners, self-love, not loving yourself because of the mistakes that you've made. And I just have to channel this for you because Spirit is saying, dearest, that was not the intention. The intention was that you would just learn a lesson and move on. Your character and your integrity and your honor are intact, no matter what has happened around you, no matter how difficult the circumstances have been. Your integrity and honor will not leave. That is who you are. And then for Egyptian, we got Osiris, god of the underworld and resurrection. And it says, trustworthy, intelligent, born leader. Dude, I can't make this up. Born leader. If you didn't know, now you know. Juicy. Notorious B.I.G. My favorite, it's one of my favorite songs. And if you don't know, now you know. You know very well who you are, shooting star. Why is that coming to me? Because that's what you are. Look that song up. If you don't have it, have it. I love that song. If you don't know, now you know. You're a shooting star. You know very well who you are. You're a shooting star. Don't let them hold you down. You're a born leader. Act accordingly. All right, guys, I hope this helped you. I love channeling for you. I hope this helped. Please like, share, subscribe. Okay, so here's the thing. I have until the end of this week, Friday. If you need to do two things. You need to, I'm going to offer a mini session for free. I'm going to put all the names in a hat and pick one person as a thank you for my subscribers. And what you need to do is two things. You need to bring someone to my channel and have them subscribe. And you also need to leave a comment. If you do that, then your name gets in a hat. I will pick the person on Friday and I will have a reading with you offline, privately. All right, guys, I love you so much. If you need me, you know where to find me. You can email me. All the links are below. If you need sessions or you want to do the month long, all that stuff's below. And I hope you are doing well. Take care. Thanks.